Hello friends, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s, working so hard to get my poop in a group. And in order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today's video is going to be a physical health check-in. This is Sunday, July the 9th, and today I am going to be going over my weight. Normally, if you are not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and following me on this journey. Normally, I would start off these videos in my bathroom, and this Wednesday was July the 5th, and I had an MRI on Wednesday, so I had to be fasting. I had to leave my house pretty early to get to the MRI place. And so it kind of threw my morning off, and I didn't really have time to film a video. And two, I had to be fasting, and so it kind of wasn't really a fair weight because I hadn't had any even water or anything to drink since midnight the night before. So I kind of feel like it wouldn't have been a fair weight. So I did not film my weight on Wednesday. And then Thursday mornings, I go to the gym. So I didn't really have time to do a full video, but I did step on the scale on my way to the gym. So I was wearing gym clothes in this. But I did step on the scale, and I will insert the weight here, and so you can see it. And then, so as you can see, it is down. It is 267. Last week I was 267.6. This week I am 267, so it's down 0.6 pounds. It was down 0.6 pounds last week as well, so I feel like I'm okay with this. Like, I'm on a good trajectory down here, and I'm liking this. Again, not setting any weight loss goals, no scale goals for this month, but I'm not changing anything. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still trying to watch my carbs, though I will say it's my birthday weekend, so I am kind of indulging a little bit this weekend for my birthday. But overall, for the most part, watching what I'm eating and continuing what I'm doing, so just with no goals. So down total from the start of this journey, which was 301.2 pounds when I first started this filming. It was actually higher when I started my weight loss journey. I think my highest was like 317 was my highest weight I've ever recorded myself. I may have been higher than that at some point, but when I stepped on the scale, the highest weight I have ever seen myself was 315 or 317 or right around there. But I had lost just a little bit prior to starting this weight loss journey. So I had already lost about 15 pounds before I started recording this for y'all. So 301.2 is where I was when I started these recordings, and so that is 34.2 pounds down overall since y'all have been joining me. So I'm very happy with this, and yeah. So this weekend, yesterday, if you watched my Wine Out with Budget with me on Friday, I was supposed to go to Hamilton Pool yesterday, which is a really cool natural spring-fed like pond pool in Austin, and it is gorgeous. They have closed off part of it due to falling rocks under the cave part, so you couldn't go under there. And from time to time, due to bacterial levels in the water, they close off the water part. Like the swimming part, the pool part of Hamilton Pool, and you can still do the nature hikes, and it's still a gorgeous area, and people still go, and you have to have reservations to get there. So we'd had reservations for like a month or two beforehand, and you only get a 4-hour window to go, and you can only fit as many people as you can fit in your car. You only get one car per reservation. So Nathan had gotten a reservation. He rented a 7-seater car, and we had 7 people that were going to go with us. So it was the four of us in this house, and then our friend Kelly, and then our friend Randy, and Randy's friend Ariel, where there were 7 people going to go, and we were going to go in this car. I checked it on Friday afternoon, and they said that they had closed off the water part of Hamilton Pool due to the bacterial levels. It wasn't safe for swimming, so all we could do was the hiking. I wasn't interested in doing the hiking for my birthday. I was like, that doesn't sound like fun to me. Like, I don't mind a hike, but it's like 100 degrees outside, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go swimming. So we pivoted, and we decided to go to Inks Lake, which is another state park here in Texas. It's a little bit further. It's probably about the same distance from our house. Actually, it might be a little closer, actually, than Hamilton Pool. It's in a completely different town. It's out in Burnet. But it's beautiful. You get a day pass, and I mean, it's as many people as you can fit in your car, but there's tons of day passes. It's not like as small as Hamilton Pool, and it's not only 4 hours. So we were able to do 2-day passes, so Randy and Ariel could come up, and then Kelly met us here, and the 5 of us went in one car, and Randy and Ariel came up from down south. And we brought kayaks, and we brought inner tubes, and it was just so much fun. And I got a couple of pictures that I will insert here for you of yesterday. It was super fun. And we were out there from like 11 o'clock until it was like right after 5 o'clock by the time I got the kayaks loaded back up onto the Jeep and back out. Like, we're leaving the park. It was just after 5 o'clock. And it was hot. It was like 102. And there was still a little bit of a hike involved. So I was pretty active yesterday with the walking down and carrying like chairs and bags, because we like brought food and chairs and coolers and towels and all this stuff to like go to the lake and be there all day in the heat. And then I swam, and then, I hiked back up in 102-degree weather. My goodness. Nothing tells you how out of shape you are, like trying to hike up a hill, carrying a cooler, like a backpack cooler full of water, and another cooler with like some stuff in it, and then like a bag of towels. Oh my goodness. All this stuff in 102 heat when you've been sitting in the heat all day and swimming. I seriously thought I was going to throw up or pass out, but I made it back to the car, blasted the AC on my face. Like, it was a really, really amazing day. And then we came home, showered off, went out to dinner to my favorite place, got some nachos. I had a Mexican martini. It was just a really fun day. Unfortunately, I did have to miss out on some plans with another group of friends that they had wanted me to go watch the new Indiana Jones movie, and I couldn't do both. I just couldn't make both work yesterday, so I had to miss that, which stunk, but hopefully I will see those friends next weekend, because I should be doing karaoke next weekend. So yesterday was an active outside day. I don't know how that's going to affect anything, because it was pretty active, but I also ate nachos and had a Mexican martini, so they may have like balanced each other out. I don't know. And then my MRI. So if you've been following me, I had that MRI on Wednesday, which on Monday night, which was July 3rd, so July 4th is a holiday here in America. I know not everybody's American, but in America, everything is closed on July 4th, all the offices and medical facilities, I mean, except for like emergency rooms, obviously. At 6:40 p.m., I got a text telling me that my balance due on Wednesday morning was going to be, I can't even remember. Let me see if I can find it. Oh no, I don't even know, because it was Monday. Here it is. $1,767.41. And I was like, you're telling me this at 6:40? Like, basically the day before my appointment, because there was no way I could cancel it on the 4th. Nobody was going to be there. They were already closed that night. I tried to call them. I was like, if they're going to, because sometimes places require you to give them 24 hours notice if you're going to cancel an appointment. And I was like, I can't give them 24 hours notice if I need to cancel this appointment. And I was like, the only way I can do this is if I put it on a credit card. And if you've been following my budgeting journey, which I know most of you do, I just paid off that card, and I was like, I really, really, really don't want to put another $2,000 back on this card I just paid off, which technically I have until August to pay off, but I don't know that I can come up with $2,000 by August. Like, I just don't know that I have that in me. And I didn't know, like, there was no mention of being able to do a payment plan, and I was kind of panicky. I allowed myself to put that out of my head. I had a really good 4th. We went and watched fireworks, like here in my neighborhood. We could see them. We watched those on the 3rd, and then on the 4th we went down to like the next town over and watched their fireworks display, grilled some steaks. They were amazing, because I'm eating more protein. And then on the 5th is the day of my MRI. I woke up. Like I said, I was very preoccupied. I couldn't have anything to eat or drink. I was completely nothing in my mouth. I did have like a few sips of water just because I was so thirsty, but nothing to eat or drink after midnight the night before. And because I had contrast, apparently if you're doing an MRI with contrast, you can't have anything. I don't know. I was trying to make sure I had got ready, and then at 8 o'clock, because I had to be there at 8:50, and it takes like 45 minutes to get there from my house. I was like, I have to be in my car like right now, but I want to make sure that I can do a payment plan. So at 8 o'clock when their offices opened, I called them and I was like, hey, because I was filling out my online check-in paperwork beforehand, like at like 7:30, I started filling out the online paperwork to like get ready to go. And they were like, due today, 100% due today of that amount. And I was like, I just don't have that laying around. Like, I technically have it in savings, but it's not what I want to use it for. I have it for other things. And I didn't have that in my HSA. Like, my HSA it was like 6 something. So I called and they're like, oh no, you can do a payment plan and you do 20% today and then we can spread it out over 12 months. So I was like, okay, good. So then I set that up and I was able to get to my appointment. They did 2 MRIs, which is why it was so expensive. It wasn't really 2 MRIs, it was like 1 MRI, but they had to do it in 2 sections. So they pulled me in, which apparently I've never had an MRI before, and I didn't know this. I've had a CT scan, which I was thinking was the same thing, but it's not. The MRI is like the one that's all completely enclosed. And y'all, I'm a big girl, and I fit in there, but I was like, man, people are bigger than me. Like me 34 pounds ago, I don't know that I'd have fit in this thing. Like, I don't know what they would have done with me, because I was pretty tight. And I'm not claustrophobic, so I was totally fine, but I don't know what people do. But anyway, the first one, they like strapped this thing around me. I can't even show you, but they had like this paddle thing that like went on my liver. Because the problem, if you're new, is that I have fatty liver. And when they do the fibro scan, it's showing that my liver is not stagnant. What is the word? Like stiff, which is cirrhosis, which is bad. Cirrhosis of the liver is very bad, very, very bad. It's like gives you jaundice and people die from it. Like you need your liver. That's not something that you can really live without. It's not like your appendix. It's not like your gallbladder, which by the way, I don't have. It's not something you can do without. You have to have this. This serves a very important function. Don't ask me exactly what it is, but it's important. You need it. And it freaks you out when they tell you might have cirrhosis of the liver, especially like I work in healthcare and I see referrals come in for people who are like on healthcare, on home health for cirrhosis of the liver, and I don't want that. So it freaks you out. So last year I did the biopsy and it turned out to be fine. Like they're like, it's stage 0 of fatty liver, you're fine. And then this year they get the same results with the fibro scan, and so I have to go in for an MRI. And I do the MRI. And they did one that had the paddle that went here that like shook it up. I guess it was like an elasticity thing. So that's the first scan they did. And then the second one was the contrast. And that's the reason I couldn't eat or drink anything, was because of the contrast. And I don't know exactly how MRIs work. So if you're a radiologist, you probably know a lot more than me. But the contrast did something. So that was the second one. The first one I had to have my hands up. The second one I had my hands down. So that was 2 scans. And by the time I got home, my GI had sent me an email saying everything looked fine. Fine and dandy. So $2,000 later, I'm fine. If they do this to me again next year, I'm just going to say, no, I'm fine. I don't want to spend another $2,000 because you did it to me last year and it took me a year to pay it off. You did it to me this year. It took me a year to pay off. I don't want to do it again. So anyway, update on the MRI, I'm totally fine. Totally fine. Which is good because I feel totally fine. So it's nice to know that I am totally fine. But yeah, those are my health updates for y'all this week. I think that is all I have. I am going to sign off of this. I'm going to go film my 1,000 subscriber giveaway now. So I guess I'll see y'all in just a second. I love you. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting me and for the comments and for the likes and the shares. I love y'all and I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Please don't forget to give this video a like on your way out, a thumbs up. And if you're not and you're interested in following this or any of my other journeys, hit that subscribe button. Come along with me. It's fun here. I will talk to y'all all later. Bye.